me and Doge King are going to co-host the community call today, and probably our most exciting event of today's call is going to be Hype and them presenting their new campaign with a presentation. And after that, we're probably just going to discuss general updates of the community and some Bark Tank updates. That's kind of the agenda right now. Also, there's going to be a po-up, so make sure to stay until the end, and I'll mention the link.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think James just joined.
Yes, I did. Hi, everyone. Great to be back with you all.
Hey, James. Welcome back to the dog.
Thank you.
So, Paco, are we ready for James to start, or do you want to give it a couple more minutes? What do you think?
Depends on James himself. Do you need a couple more minutes to?
I'm ready to go.
Oh,
So,
Hey, there's Bubba or Zona. I see just dialed in as well. Hey there.
Hey, I'm just putting in my headphones now. Just give me a second.
I like how you could hear a little typing there. It sounded like one of the fake 1-800 number typing things when you're talking to the robot. Maybe Zona is a AI, complex AI system.
That could be.
Trained purely on Discord, the dog park Discord, so.
I'm half robot, half dog, so. But that doesn't leave this chat.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? We got all of our familiar faces, it seems. We waiting on anyone else?
Nope. Paco just gave the agenda, and I think we're getting ready for James to screen share, and we'll get kicked off today, I believe. Is that right, Paco?
Yep. If JK is recording, which I think he is, then we can start. Okay.
So I'm currently screen sharing. Can everyone see my screen?
I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you're on a phone, just click on join stream at the top of the call.
Oh, and before, did we announce the POAP, by the way?
Yeah. Do you want me to give the link right now too?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's what we've done in the past is for right now, we're doing the poap.website / and then the secret phrase is Church of Dog, which is all one word, lowercase, Church of Dog. That's the URL. Plug it in to your browser and claim the sweet POAP.
This is my favorite POAP of all time, of any POAP I've ever gotten.
Yeah, the eighth wonder of the world.
It's going to be really meta when someday one of your POAPs gets fractionalized and the community gets based off of a POAP based on a fractionalized NFT.
We're going to keep going down that hole.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. It starts with the fractionalization of each pixel, and then when these become too big, then I guess the POAPs are the next closest version.
Are you there, James? Are you Are you still there? I see your green.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yep. All right.
The
I'm ready.
website is
Can you hear me all?
website.
How's everyone doing?
Is everyone ready for me to kick off?
Should we, sorry, I dropped it, came in a little late. Did we already kind of pop through like the agenda for the day?
Yep. Taco ran through
I'm
the
ready for me to
agenda.
kick off.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, my bad.
I think we're ready
Okay.
to roll.
Drum roll, please. No, maybe I'll just intro as like James is like, I'm super excited. I know we we had a great like rounds of feedback with the community, and then we had a lot of rounds with like the team, and I think we're just all super pumped to get hype going and start to create some of these crazy ideas they have and like, kind of unveil them to the community. And I think the goal here is like, one, have James share a bit what the hype team's been working on and what they want to start launching throughout the quarter. And, we're open to feedback, questions, synchronously, asynchronously. And, this would be a big help in growing this and scaling this community over the quarter. And we'll be dropping a lot more on the roadmap for the team and the project, and also just ways we're opening up a lot more ways for the community to get involved. And we want to just kind of activate. We're super excited about this year. We're excited to go do some crazy shit and to really like build this thing into what it will become. And the hype will be a big part of that. So with that, James, would love to see some of the stuff you've been working on.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm going to start presenting. And yeah, as Tridog said, it's been really awesome over the last 4 weeks to just basically jam with everyone on different ideas, see what everyone's been talking about. And this campaign it's obviously inspired by the community. We didn't want to do anything too different from all the progress which has been happening. So we just wanted to bring some more ideas to expand on the Church of Dog, which has already been seeded, and really try and push more into these religious themes. And so what we've done is we've created roughly a 3-month campaign that we've already started working on. And this strategy is aiming to help us pre-launch a Church of Dog campaign that will drive new people to the community, and then essentially have some fun activation events and some kind of media content that we'll create, which hopefully we can try and push to go viral. And then also, have like this kind of initiation period for new people join the community. But you will discover all of that. So yeah, we want to keep pushing that Dog is different to Doge and that it's fractionalized. So we're also trying to bring these ideas under this Church of Dog theme. Contents of this presentation. So we talk about firstly a holistic approach. Then I'll explain the T's, which is the pre-launch phase. Then the launch and initiation phase, which is where we want to get these new people who we've basically acquired or got interested during the T's phase. We get them into the community. And then the excite phase, which is a few bigger campaign activations. And then the calendar of Dog, which is essentially putting this all together so you can see what is going to happen when and where the deadlines are for us to execute on. So this is already happening, the holistic approach, and we think it's important to keep pushing this. And we've seen so many amazing ideas of this. We want to try and support that with as much as possible. As many essentially as many opportunities as possible to make the dog community feel more like a religion. So we have some ideas here. I'll share this deck after so everyone can go through. But yeah, it's just a few interesting concepts. So moving into the pre-launch stage, we're going to create basically a sign-up page called Welcome to the Church of Dog, and it's going to be launched with which essentially is going to be something like memeable, super viral, and it's going to be loads of like church videos with dog dancing and loads of fun stuff like that. So that's going to launch in approximately, say, a week. And yeah, this is going to be something that we want to share around, lots of different communities around the crypto sphere across Twitter, and use that as like essentially a lead magnet to pull people into the community. And it'll be like the Church of Dog is here, and they'll be driven to a sign up page, like a landing page, and there they will be able to sign up for the Church of Dog. Sorry, next slide. The next phase will be the launch and initiation. So we're going to create some essentially like mini campaigns, which we're calling the Trials of Dogs. So it'll be like an initiation campaign. I'm not sure if anyone ever saw a project called Temple DAO, but they had a certain initiation campaign. And we want to create something similar for the dog community. So some of it will be web-based, some of it will be based on Discord. We're still working out exactly what the tasks will be, but there'll probably be 4 or 5 different tasks that people can do. They'll be fun. They'll be, maybe recording a quick video of maybe sending a certain meme or creating a certain meme, filling in a puzzle, something like that, which will bring them through into the Discord community and kind of get them used to the kind of fun, absurd nature of the community. Then the final stage of the initiation will be a sacrifice. And we actually got introduced to a community member who's built a really awesome website, which is based around this concept. So we'd love to jam on that with them. And essentially the last part of the initiation will be to sacrifice something to the dog community, which will be, maybe an NFT or another currency. It could be some Dogecoin or some SHIB. And we would then display that in like a kind of interactive gallery. But yeah, as I said, there's already an awesome project which has kind of been working on this. So we'd love to work with them on seeing how we can integrate this. Then at the end of the initiation process, we want to work to basically find the most devoted members of the community to become the disciples of Dog. And every religion has, strong iconography. So we want to create essentially a costume which these disciples can then wear and go out to the world in. So yeah, we were thinking about what we could incentivize people with. So people could essentially maybe request a costume if they're going to an event, like they might be going to the Super Bowl. They could request a dog costume, and if they take a photo, we can then use that to kind of put around the internet. But yeah, this is the idea, to build out a costume for people to for the community to have, and the most devoted people to get sent. And we had another idea which we want to develop for ETH Denver, which is I think it's after DevCon, it's the largest Ethereum conference, especially for developers. So we're going to create a dogmobile, which will be used at ETH Denver, essentially to be outside the venue and have the disciples of Dog in or around, where they can hand out flyers and basically promote Dog to the wider Ethereum and crypto community. And then we'd use that activation as something to basically make into a digital campaign. So those are kind of the first ideas that we'll be running through to around mid-February. We have another project which we've started working on, which is basically hijacking the Super Bowl commercial trend with our own Super Bowl style ad. But obviously we won't have the budget to spend like $1 million to get it, on the Super Bowl or as a segment on the Super Bowl. But we would essentially have it as, if we were to have a Super Bowl ad for Dog, what would it look like? And so we want to create that ad, and then we're going to target it on YouTube to people who watch Super Bowl ads, because for some reason people love watching Super Bowl ads on YouTube. I mean, usually because they're pretty entertaining, but we think there's a nice opportunity to create our own fun Super Bowl ad, and we'd love to hear people's ideas for that. Okay, so another idea we had is something we think this is more for the future, or it could be like a mini event that happens around a conference, is like a mini Burning Man for the community. And TriDog and a few others from the team had some really awesome ideas about how this could develop. But this is something I think we should try and plan for, even a small version that could happen around a conference, maybe in March or April. So I've been through all the ideas. We created like a quick calendar, which essentially is we wanted to map the calendar of what we're doing to religious events. So obviously, in some religions, they have certain specific events. For us, the most important day of the year would probably be when the Doge NFT was born, which I think is in July. So we've been working on that, and we'll share that with you. And it's also something we think could be awesome to hear from the community. How can we create this really awesome calendar which has special days? Like, is it something that happens every month, like around the full moon, or what is it that we can have that's consistent and interesting and engaging for the community? And here's essentially our timeline for the next 8 weeks. So by Thursday next week, we'll have the Church of Dog video ready and the landing page. And we essentially, we're aiming to make this like a kind of fun viral style video. We'll have a landing page which people can sign up to be initiated into the Church of Dog. And it will have like this referral, like they can earn some crazy prizes if they invite 3 of their friends. And like the purpose here is just to get some new people into the community and get them to like start to go down the rabbit hole of what is Dog, and what does the Church of Dog mean, and how does this tie back to the NFT. Then on Thursday, the 20th of Jan, we will have had this initial 7-day kind of acquisition campaign, and then we'll be looking to do the initiation campaign. So over this week, we'll have a few tasks that new people to the community can do, and then they can try and enter the Church of Dog. So we want to kind of end this period with this like sacrificing your token or NFT to Dog as kind of the final event. And then we could have like a mini campaign around like who could be the disciples of Dog. So that could be anyone from the community currently, or you know, new people who have gone through the initiation process. And you know, we can also kind of have some prizes here. Maybe one of them is a ticket to ETH Denver, and then you get to wear the disciple costume. So around this time, the 10th to 20th of Feb, this is when ETH Denver is. So this is when we want to have like the on-site activation, and at the same time, the Super Bowl will be happening. So we're aiming to get the Super Bowl ad, this like pre-roll ad ready for around the 10th. So it'll be running like as the digital campaign. And then we'll also have this ETH Denver kind of activation, which will be the Dog Disciples or Disciples of Dog spreading the word, handing out flyers, dressed up, and also the Dogmobile at ETH Denver too. So essentially, yeah, this is a basic timeline for that. Thank you very much. Then we still have a couple other ideas. I want to quickly show you them. They're things that we're trying to move on, but they're quite big, so they're going to take some time. But yeah, this is like where we're trying to go. Like we want to make something huge and impactful, and here's one of our key ideas that we came up with, I think 10, 15 ideas, and this is the one that we like the most. So this is something that's going to take a bit longer, but the kind of direction we're going. And this is to create the world's largest painting for the dog community, and yeah, incorporate the Doge meme into it. This Doge is the largest meme, so we should have the largest painting in the world, and this would be something that we'd work with like the Guinness Book of Records on to ensure that yeah, we essentially have it registered as like an official record. Cool.
Thank you, James. Appreciate all that. Maybe, I don't know, I guess if anyone's got any, like, if wants to ask a quick question, we could probably allow some quick Q&A, as well as James is always, he's in the Discord. You can ping him at James RT, and you know, if there's any, you know, anytime you have any thoughts or feedback or questions or things you think would be cool, we'd love to see that. Drop it in general chat.
I loved the holistic approach. I like, that was one of those times where I heard him say that, and I like had to check the text to make sure I heard correctly. So I thought that was really funny. Maybe one thing to look into, you know, since Super Bowl ads are so expensive, you should check out the Puppy Bowl, which is ran at the same time as the Super Bowl. That's a really good presentation, James. I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, that's a sick idea. Yeah, the Puppy Bowl. Yeah,
That
basically
is
the thought. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, James.
That's awesome. I mean, yeah. So just to be clear, like we won't be able to get anything on the Super Bowl, but we want to create the ad as if it was a Super Bowl ad, and then we'll put it on YouTube and we'll promote it, pretending that we're going to have a Super Bowl ad.
Exactly. And honestly, like no one watches the Super Bowl. They just watch the ads. So I think like if we had the community aligned on that, I think that will be very successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the Puppy Bowl. I need to look into that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I think overall it's like through a lot of conversations, community, Pleaser DAO, dog team, everyone, like this idea of like the church of Doge and like this religion of memes and like driving this making this community the epicenter of everything that's coming out of this in like really crazy new ways, like not just Doge, but just memology and memes in the metaverse and just next level, like having fun, doing good is kind of, I think, where we kind of centered on some of these ideas, right? And we'll, it'll be kind of an experiment, but I think like if we can have fun with it and kind of push some of these like ideas like we've been doing with the bartender and remember to please mute when you join. Uh, I think in like Paco's meme comp that he's been pushing through, and like the dog temple in the chat, it's like I don't know. There's definitely something like really fun here. I think we can kind of be really creative about. So please share your ideas with and feedback with James and everyone in the community, and we'll I think I guess James, like the plan, what's kind of the next steps now for Hype to kind of get things ramped up and going? Or did we already?
Yeah. So we will be kicking off this microsite, which will be launched end of next week. We've already started on like the design and this like initial like welcome to the Church of Dog video. So they'll be ready to launch next week, and obviously everyone in the community can sign up. I mean, you're already in the Church of Dog, but for this campaign, it could be fun to sign up and share it around. And yeah, we'll be dropping it here. And yeah, that's kind of the first stage. And then, we're really keen. Like, if you think there's anything like an awesome idea for like a prize or something that can bring new people to dog that they might really want to be part of, and love to hear that too.
Yeah, and I think like we want to continue to bring we want to grow the community, but we also want to like reinforce some of the values that have already kind of bubbled up in the community, which is like there's this kind of wholesome, like positive, like good vibes angle that I love about this community. And then there's like kind of having fun, being a little bit wild, doing things that get you excited, have the wow factor, the much wow factor, so to speak. So I think let's continue to enforce that as we have new community members come, like set the tone and make sure that we're building this kind of creative community of people with ideas that is moving more and more moving down the decentralized path, so that we can have all of us working together. I think you're right. The sum of the whole is greater than one. So I'm excited to continue pushing down that path, and I think the plan, hype and some of this Church of Doge campaign will be an essential part of like the next few months. And then, we'll be having some other aspects in tandem with this, where we're going to look for, ways to continue to increase community ownership and decentralization. Bubba and Paco are going to be huge supporters of this and helping us like put more structure and alignment. We're having like good talks with community leaders to help find other roles and ways people can get involved. So there's going to be a lot that happens, I think, on the decentralization, community ownership side, as well as the growth and like the scaling the community side for the next few months. And we'll drop a updated roadmap. But if you haven't seen the end of your update, I would say I'll drop another link to it. Definitely check that out. And there's like some sneak peeks on like some of the things we've been thinking about at the end.
Yeah, one thing I want to mention too is I would like for us not to stray too far away from one of the things that stuck early on was flipping Mona Lisa, because we have the chance to become the most valuable piece of art in the world, and to make that our first goal, to flip the Mona Lisa and make Mona Lisa the floor, and still give it that art aspect that now we're bringing crypto assets and crypto art to be the new renaissance, so to speak. of, you know, the new art renaissance. I think that's a powerful message. So, you know, any, I feel like any chance we can still keep that message along with, you know, the Church of Dog would be, I think, a pretty good balance, because that seems to be a really good goal for people to stick towards.
Feedback. Thanks, Bubba.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, James. We appreciate it. Is there any chance you can provide the deck into our general chat so that you know, any members that want to look at the slides a little bit more have a chance to?
Yeah, I'm about to drop it this second. Is
Also, again, guys, the POAP secret phrase is Church of Dog, all one word, lowercase. And that's, you know, after you already put in the URL poap.website / and it's Church of Dog.
Yeah, so awesome, James. Big events like this are really going to, you know, help create awareness, especially when we are when they're, you know, religious themed. And as you know, Buba said, we really are kind of, you know, going into this digital renaissance. And so I think this message of right memes which are, you know, inherently sort of digital culture, replacing you know, old classical culture like the Mona Lisa, and having some religious aspects to it is you know, definitely something we want to the vibe we want to go for here.
Yeah, absolutely agree. It's going to be really cool to start having some like IRL things going on. Something that, you know, can be recorded and, you know, sent out around through all different socials to get the virality aspect out there. And yeah, so just super excited to see what like the next couple of months are going to show. ETH Denver, I feel like ETH Denver is going to be really cool too. So I would say anybody who is going to go there or like, you know, would like to plan to, um, I would say definitely reach out to us, because then we can kind of maybe be able to recruit you, you know, for whatever event goes down in ETH Denver. So, you know, we'll talk to James a little bit more and hype a little bit more about exactly what's going down there, and whether if they're even just going to help provide tickets too. But we'll make it fun, and definitely want to get, I feel like a good roundup there if you know, if we can, as like our first one of our first IRL campaign events.
Should we go on with the rest of the updates then?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, so the first thing I want to mention again is the annual update, which I'm gonna comment one more time, because you guys really just need to check out, you know, what we did this year, and there's also some, you know, hints at what is coming for 2022. Although we will try to get a more detailed roadmap for, you know, this year, or at least the first quarter. So the meme contest, if
Uh,
you don't,
quick,
if you guys don't,
quick add on
yeah,
that, Paco. So for the Medium article, I also think, as well as like you guys like reading that and looking through it, it would be really cool if you share it with new people that are maybe like crypto adjacent, NFT adjacent. Maybe they like are dog or Dogecoin holders already, but they're not familiar with Dog. I think that article gives a great overview of like Pleaser DAO, Dog, what is fractionalization, and then it's like a list of all the dope shit we've done over the last few months. So I think it's a great introduction to people that maybe aren't familiar with the community as well. So I would encourage you guys to share that with new people. Just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah. No, good point.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole point of why it's in a Medium article is because it can be shared easily. So
Exactly.
yeah, if you guys, if you guys are trying to evangelize your friends or other people, in Twitter, or Discord, anywhere where your friends hang out, that Medium article is a great one to drop in to show like what we've done, what we're going to do. Another one that's really good too is the actual I think it was the Mirror article that Jameis, Chief Pleasing Officer of Pleaser DAO, what he wrote right when the Dog was launched. And that's just a really good piece of information, a little story background as to who Pleaser DAO is and how they envision like fractionalizing the meme, the NFT for everyone to hold. So I think that's a good introduction. I'd say that article is a good introduction, and then the Medium article is really good as to what we've done since then and what we plan to do. So try if you do, yeah, okay. I think both of those things have been dropped in there. So I encourage you to, if you haven't read it, read it. If you haven't given it to friends, give it. Let's spread the message.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, totally. And we're gonna look forward to creating more infographics, different articles and even hopefully community-led websites, which could help, explain what this project is about and what really Doge is. So, that being said, so I want to mention or remind everyone here that there is a meme contest going on, which I'm gonna share the link right now for. There we go. There's still a week left to submit your meme, and honestly, guys, there is like a pretty good chance that if you submit a meme, you have a pretty good chance to win, considering the competition isn't that fierce, to be honest. Uh, and also, if you wanted to, yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to, ask around for ideas, or maybe have like an idea or a concept, but you don't really know how to convey that in a meme, you can literally just ask in the chat, and we can figure, something out together, and it can still count like as a submission. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you'd have a lot of templates, but you don't really know what concept exactly to convey with that meme. Then there's like a million narratives around Dog, and yeah, if you want to be spoon fed, literally just ask, and we can think of something together. And yeah, and it's simple, right? So when you create your meme, you just submit it on Twitter with a hashtag meme for the dog and tag on the Doge, and then submit that link to the meme gallery in Discord, and then you just wait for your judgment. Yeah, yeah. of course, the main themes we're looking for are written in detail in the Medium article I shared. So you can, get inspiration there. But the main theme is really just exploring that spiritual, holy, conspiracy theme of Doge and also its origin. There's some pretty interesting ideas, like, you know, the ones I've heard are uh, there's a pretty big relationship between Doge and the Mona Lisa, and the Mona Lisa itself is sort of a very I don't know if you guys watched the what was it called, Boba? I forgot the name of the show.
The
Um,
Da Vinci Code.
yeah, the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, and that would be an interesting vibe to look for. Anyway, so yeah, there are going to be 5 winners. After a week, the submissions are probably going to stop, unless you want to bribe me. I'm open for bribes for late submissions. And yeah, the VIPs are going to vote for the best one. We'll open a open chat for that. And then we're gonna host an event where we sort of, uh, you know, will be acting in the name of Doge, who will either accept or reject your meme offering. And five, only 5 people will be, or only 5 memes will be accepted to, win the reward. Yeah. So if you have any questions on that, you can just ask me. But
Did you? Sorry. Did you mention the meme workshop yet?
oh yeah. So we were also thinking that you know I could stream or like share the process while I create some memes. So maybe you guys can have some inspiration from that. And I think it would be pretty cool because how people sometimes stream how they draw things um, or build things, and it would be fun if you know we stream how we are creating memes because I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. We just when we were talking yesterday, that just seemed like really fun to do. Because another thing is, for this meme competition, I feel like a lot of people have ideas. They just don't really know exactly like what the best tools are to kind of like make those ideas come to life in like a meme slash like art perspective. So it's another thing too, is like if you have an idea, um, and it's good, like either pair yourself with someone who like you see is really good with art and memes, or again, like something like a meme workshop where Paco will just be able to like chill and make his own, and maybe just give you alpha as to like how he comes up with memes, or like what tools he uses, and inspiration. Um, yeah, because I think we can definitely build a bigger meme army. For people who are just like willing to learn the tools of the trade. If we want to be the meme mecca, then we have to walk the walk too. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think it could be fun. It could also just be totally scuffed. No, that's the magic of it, right? Um, and okay, so mm, oh yeah, so we had some updates considering some new community moderators who would help us around part-time. And you've probably heard their name in the Discord chats. I don't know if they want to be announced publicly yet.
Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Magic and the Salad Fingers and Cow Money are going to be helping us with moderating and not only that, but helping keep up all the community with all the updates that are around. So I think that could really be a big boost for keeping up with all the projects that are going on in Doge. And also, we're looking for a new Bark Tank Council, or restructuring the Bark Tank Council, where we're going to orient that into teams and include also some community members like.
Hey,
Can't you guys
Paco,
hear?
you sound a little muffled.
Uh,
I just
I don't know how
muted a
you
couple
may.
of people.
Wait, I'm gonna try to fix it. Is that better?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Cool Cat and Crypto Shalom. I think your guys' mics are on, by the way. I can hear feedback from both of you. Or if someone else has the power and authority to mute them.
They were lovingly muted. We're all good.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Well, they might just be muted for you. Their mics are still rolling.
Oh, then maybe they're not.
Crypto got booted. Cool Cat still going, but
I'm gonna mute them.
thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, so we were able to just have our first like orientation meetings for a bigger mod team and a Bark Tank Council. So yeah, the new mods would be Magic Hands, Salad Pingers, Calf Money. Is there anyone else I'm missing? Because we also wanted to make sure that we had 24/7 coverage of the server, but also people who have been just around the community for a long time and know the ins and outs of the community and what we're building and what our vision is. And they have like really good ideas. They make great memes. They're just good communicators, and we're super excited to be able to give them a little bit more responsibilities, as especially as the project grows, and just looking into making sure we're scaling, and again just decentralizing the powers of Dog and the DAO that we're trying to build. So that's also with the Bark Tank Council too, just to continue to streamline our operations. We wanted to just get more voices from the community to look at these proposals, provide feedback, and just be able to maybe get some more proposals looked at and kind of kicked off faster, but also in a way where again we're just decentralizing the governance, where we have some delegates that it goes through first before it goes to either like the core team, and then maybe ultimately governance vote if it reaches a certain threshold of the ask. I think like over $50,000 ask goes through a snapshot vote. So we're just trying to build out the flow there, and it'll start with the Bark Tank Council, which is made up of Doge, Ninja, Crypto Rado, me, Paco, Magic Hands, I think Salad Pingers, and I think, is Calf Money on there too?
Uh,
Can't remember.
he's just on the mod side, but I
Got
think
it. Mod side.
we're still obviously in like true, DAO form. We're kind of like building the plane while flying it, but we're kind of like, fleshing out what this could look like. It could expand, it could get tighter, but overall, we just want to, everyone that's been involved in the community, if you're like interested in getting more involved, just keep letting us know. Let us know what your skill set is. Let us know what's going on, as well as like jump into the community talent channels and the idea channels. Underneath Bark Tank, because I think that's where we're like, riffing on ideas, trying to find, empower community members to create certain ideas. Magic Hands launching the Reddit is a great example of that this week, right? Just like, we just want everyone to just go out, feel empowered to go out and do stuff and build stuff for the community. And that's why we have the Bark Tank and the community fund. We can, right now we're focused on like how can we build like crazy stuff, pull in artists or ideas and things around like the Church of Doge. But we're still open to any ideas anytime, and we want to make sure that we're all communally building this together.
Exactly. Like, I think the best thing is that if you have a certain skill set that you haven't seen someone bring here yet, like always bring that up and see like what you could do to just provide help and provide something you're really strong in. You can just like drop what you think you could contribute into the community talent channel, so that either number one, there's someone already in there looking for talent to help build out an idea that they have, but also again, we we're trying to make sure that we're also like letting people in the mod team and the Bark Tank Council to flex their strengths and to see like what capacity they can work on to just make the governance process a lot smoother and just the operational process a lot smoother. So yeah, we're looking for builders for sure. But yeah, we're just excited like to be able to finally kind of get the first few building blocks to finally like get more and more to decentralization and really making sure that the community is steering Dog and the Doge NFT in the right direction. So super excited.
They go woof.
Woof woof.
Yeah, I love to see that we're growing.
Yeah, especially to the people who have really been with us for for almost, I feel like almost everyone's a day one that we're having on board or have been contributing in a very very major way already, and it just makes sense for them to organically rise through the ranks, so to speak. And again, this should just be a call to action that anybody has the chance, right? I think a lot of us here that are talking right now were community members at first and still are, but are just trying to be able to take more control of Dog and just to see it go in the way we want it to. So speaking of day one gang, we do have World Builder here, and if you've seen in the announcements, he has built his own NFT project from scratch, which has been very inspiring. It's called Frenly Dogs. And I don't want to say anymore because I want him to take the floor and talk more about it. Maybe, his inspiration behind it, how he was able to build it, and then maybe just some more like just what's going on in the next couple of days of where this project is. So without further ado, World Builder, if you're around, take the floor. And you might be okay. You might be muted. So
Dun, 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 dun.
does anyone know how to unmute him?
Let's see. There we go.
Sound check.
Sound
got
check.
that.
We hear you.
Hello.
All right.
We hear you.
All right. What's up, Doge fam? Yeah, it's great to be here again. You might remember me from a couple weeks back. I was giving up on this.
You're cutting out.
Cutting out a little bit.
You're yeah.
You're pretty choppy.
It could
Okay.
be.
Let me.
He's turning into a robot right before our ears.
Okay.
You might have to hop out and hop back
Okay. Is
in.
that better?
Yeah, there you go. That was better.
So yeah, like I said, a couple weeks back I was on here, so you maybe remember me. But yeah, we're finally at launch week, and if you've seen the announcements, we've got a whitelist open right now, so you can check that out in the announcements tab. And it's pretty simple. If you want to get on the whitelist, just go like and retweet the tweet, drop your address or DM it to me on Twitter, and we'll get on that whitelist. So a little bit about the project. There's 100 friendly dogs, and really what this project is about. Since the beginning, like I said, I got in on the ground floor of the project, so I've seen it mature and develop. And one thing that people have always voiced a concern about is they really want, like a profile pic to anchor them to the community and display like their connection. And kind of got that with fast food dogs, but that it wasn't really our. It was like a collaboration, so it still wasn't quite just our own thing. If it makes sense. So I really wanted to fill that niche. So I think back in October, I had this idea um, for like a generative profile pic collection. So I started work on it, having had no experience doing any sort of programming or website, like web design or anything. And so it's been 4 months now, and it took a lot of help from wonderful people in our community like Shrugs, Try Dog, Bubba, Bun Dog, just constantly being there for me if I had any questions, and really kind of like holding my hand as I learn. And the beautiful thing is now I feel a lot more competent, and I've learned so much. So it's been a great experience for me. But the whole point of this was to give back to the community in some way. So the collection is only open to dog holders. And after that, it's yours. If you want to trade it to anyone, that's up to you. But I wanted to make them only open to dog holders. You do have to be whitelisted, so that I can make sure that you actually hold dog. So other than that, like that's pretty much it. Yeah, we have a website, www.frenlydogs.com. If you want to get a sampling, if you want to look more into the sales. But I guess I'll open up for questions.
Yeah, I have a question, World Builder. What blockchain was this on? Is this Ethereum or Poly or Sol or Dog?
Yeah, this is on Ethereum.
Got it.
Do you have now that you have the Solidity experience? What's your next project too? Are you looking into anything else or?
Yeah, so I have some interesting concepts that are really early stages. I haven't started work yet, but without revealing too much, I'm really interested in kind of adding value to the existing collection, and maybe making a way to include more members of the community without diluting the value of the first 100. And there's some really interesting kind of game theory that goes into that. And yeah, I'm really excited. Maybe something with the Pixel project. So I have to talk to those guys, but I think there's some really cool opportunities. And yeah, since I feel more comfortable with Solidity and web development, I think the doors really opened up. I mean, this was a cool project, but it was very basic. I'd love to get into some more nitty gritty, really cool interactive web app and stuff guys to mess around with. So, but yeah, more details forthcoming on that.
Awesome. Anybody else have any questions? And the whitelist ends when?
So the whitelist ends tomorrow, Friday, the 7th of January at about 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the mint should open up sometime Saturday. So yeah, if you want to get a spot, don't delay. You got about a day left. I think we have 40 or 50 spots. You got time, but not time to waste. So
Awesome. Well, thanks, friend. Yeah, I mean, we're super excited. This really is completely bootstrapped project by a dog member. So to see that come to life from, just being completely self-taught and just having the resources that the dog community could give you has been really special. So I feel like while this project is small, I would say it's probably got a lot of sentimental value too, to just show that you're a day one. The fact that it also you need to pay it in dog, enriches the ecosystem a little bit more. And again, just excited to see what else you do with it. And again, just the fact that it's been the idea was created, built, and manifested all through the dog community has been pretty special. So yeah, thanks for your time, and good luck. I really want to be able to see this project succeed, and so that it continues for you to just keep building and just continue being just a great learner and a great builder. So
Yeah, and
appreciate your time.
I just want to add that Word Builder has been a literal OG in the community. I just remember exploring some ideas about what dog can be, being that fractionalized meme or Doge on the blockchain. And and he has had and probably still has some really nice takes and visions for the dog project. So we'll gladly support any community member who is passionate as much as we are on the Doge NFT.
Absolutely. Yeah, so in order to make sure this another hour and a half long call, probably start speed running through some more updates, if that's okay with y'all. So I think again, if you've been in our calls, been in the server, read the Medium article, one thing that's coming up soon is the Infinity 2048 Doge game, which is going to be launched on Polygon, and it'll be a play to earn game where you're able to actually use dog to play and earn dog through this 2048 game, and it is an interactive NFT too. So not only is it an NFT, but you can play it and then be able to earn a little bit of dog that way. Super cool. Very, it's I think a very innovative idea, and probably helps propel the next epoch of what NFTs look like. So the fact that we're already early in the fractionalization game for NFTs, and being able to also be participating in other very neat ideas of what NFTs can look like, and the potential they have. I think this is a really cool step. So there's going to be an allow list soon coming out. I would say just keep your eyes peeled of when that happens. It's going to be for our DOGs and VIP roles. So there'll most likely be a channel that's read only for those roles, and where you'll be able to get into a Google Doc or a form of some sort to fill in your ETH address, so that the dog, and I think a little bit of dog and some Matic can be airdropped to you, so that you can go in and start playing with the NFT. So that will come out soon. And another thing is for our VIPs too, just to remind you that the AMA questions for Redphone Crypto are still open. So make sure you go into the AMA channel where there's an Airtable form. If you have any questions for Redphone, drop them in. We'll start gathering the questions and bringing it to him probably this weekend. So you do have maybe like a day or two left. But this is also a good opportunity that if you don't know Redphone, you should go and follow him. Also read the 69 Theses that he brought out, because it's very, very educational, and I think like a good I think it's just really good to read for what like the next year looks like. And not just crypto as a whole, but there's still like a ton of alpha in there too. So if you read that will probably help spur questions, any follow-up questions that you can give to Redphone. So I think this is a really cool opportunity to get them to answer some of your burning questions. Another thing that's really cool is we're going to have Cryptopathic on our next week's community call, which we'll most likely have on Twitter Spaces in order for more people to jump in on. If you don't know Cryptopathic, he's just an overall Chad, but also the person behind fractionalizing the Feisty Doge NFT. So this is really more of an open conversation as to how we can bridge our communities together, and what NFT fractionalization or fractionalized NFT communities look like, and like how we can move forward to just lift all dogs. So super excited for that. So definitely tune in for next week, and again, we'll make sure that we remind you it's on Twitter Spaces at an appropriate time, most likely around 2 p.m. again, so Eastern time. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, super excited.
I think we have I think we all kind of reflect this again with the positive vibes. It's just like, how do we like, just everything Zona was saying, I echo, right? Like, I think can we unite all dogs? Can we unite all memes? Like, can we bring everyone together? Fractionalization, the future of memes, like, in this community. And I think that's what we want to continue to do. So also, if anyone has any like wish list of people they'd love for us to try to reach out and bring to a community call or an AMA, whether it's Pleaser, whether it's just influencers in crypto, whether it's artists, let us know. We every once in a while we have like a new member in Pleaser DAO, and we just had Paris Blum, a DJ, join, and I just dropped a link to his Twitter and the ideas channel. He was like, "Oh, I'm totally down to like create music or something for the dog community." So, you know, if anyone has some ideas and stuff like that, let's just keep like the collaborations and doing crazy stuff together.
Yeah, and Paris Blom is launching SoundMint. So if you guys definitely give him a follow, because his project too seems really, really promising. Especially if you're big into music and NFTs, like it's going to be like a generative music NFT project. So definitely check that out. It looks really, really cool. So anytime we can get like if those are people you want to hear on Spaces or in our Discord calls, like always give some ideas, and yeah, we'll see if we can make it happen.
Make sure you mute when you come.
Cool. So
Thanks.
Trido, do you want to talk a little bit more about the recent donations that have been going through?
Oh yeah, I mean, if we've had a lot of announcements lately, so you might want to take a scroll back through everything that's been going on, because there's a bunch of really cool stuff if you scroll up a few pages worth. Like, but basically, we've been able to hit a few key milestones. But we had $2 million that we were donating off the MISO auction proceeds, and 1 million went to Save the Children. Another 500K split between two different dog charities was targeted from the community choosing it, and we just announced the first 250K dog donation, and that's like, it's like one of the last announcements if you check announcements channel, and really excited because they've been helping dogs for like 10 years. They've helped like over 15,000 pets find homes, like just really, really cool. And a part of it too, one of another DJ, RAC, who is dating Kim Basinger's daughter, Ireland Basinger Baldwin. They were also like really hyped on this, and I think like the Basinger family was like involved with it. So I don't know, just kind of a cool story there of like the community and like Pleaser DAO members and like helping dogs and with always doing good and helping dogs help dogs, like just cool story. So we just announced that, and then we have probably the next one will probably be coming up this next week, one of the other dog charities, and similar vibe. And then of course, like we have the 500K to go to Angel Protocol. And so I think we'll have to we'll probably open up a channel or have the Angel Protocol founder Chauncey come back and propose some options, because I think there's a few ways that they can do the donations. One, they can, they're going to yield farm this for the best yield and then perpetually like continue giving. So they have some ideas on that. And then they also like, it's where do we want to send the donations? So I think that'll be the other aspect, is like they can, we can change it every so often. We can just do a spread across like the UN sustainability goals. There's 17 of them. We could, we could do a lot of things. So I think, and we can always change it. So I think that'll be something that look to see kind of that, if you care about, making this community, helping this community direct funds to the right places. Right causes, if it's things you care about, like, I think it's a good time to kind of share some of those ideas, and look for either that Discord channel to open in the friends section, or Chauncey to come back and like share some more information in announcements.
Yeah, we'll find a way to tighten that up so that we can probably compartmentalize this conversation. So anyone who's like really interested in talking with Chauncey and having ideas as to like the best ways to yield farm this 500,000, definitely want some participation in that. So we can kind of kick that off and get the donations in perpetuity go in early and often. So excited for that. Cool. Just a couple Bark Tank updates too. Dog Tools by JK. If you've seen the Bark Tank channel, he dropped a quick rundown as to what Dog Tools looks like, which is Dex tools, but to track dog and other dog assets. It looks like the idea is super cool. And we were able to just go ahead and fund the project, and he's currently building. And we're super excited to see what comes out of that in the coming weeks. So as more things get fleshed out, as more updates and maybe more alpha drops happen in that project, JK will probably start dropping them more in the Bark Tank channel to show you the updates. Another thing that just got rolled out that looks really cool is Holy Doge. The Holy Doge website that was made by CryptoRado. And so he took the initiative to go ahead and make the NFT sacrificial place to go in exchange for blessing NFTs. It looks really promising. It looks really funny and just fun. And so if someone hasn't already dropped the website link there, it'll probably be soon. If CryptoRado is here too, he's always in the server to talk more about it. And yeah, so if you want to know more about it, just always continue to reach out to CryptoRado about it, or any mods. It just looks really cool, and kind of putting what we were thinking about to life, where you sacrifice your NFTs to the Doge, and you get a blessing out of it. So it's pretty wacky and funny and cool. So last but not least, this Pixel Portal project is very, very, very close to dropping now, to going live, and yeah, we're pumped. So one thing though that I want to talk about is that we are working on making the launch even extra special if we can. We're still working with the guys behind the Pixel Portal project for that, and if so, if we're able to make that work, then we need to actually figure out whether the launch may be pushed back a little bit, or if we just decide to do it after the launch. But let me tell you guys, it's definitely worth it. So if you had to wait just a little bit longer, you'll be pleasantly surprised. But we're still just trying to figure out the timing for it. But if we can make it a little bit extra special, we're definitely entertaining that idea. So I just wanted to drop that little bit of alpha before we end the call. So I don't think there's anything else. Does anybody else have anything that I've either talked too quickly about or didn't talk about at all?
Hey, Bubba. I just wanted to add with Holy Doge real quick. Everything's being done manually at the moment through the holydoge.eth ENS address. So please be patient with me. We are in the process of making some improvements.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so things are a little bit manual until more of a robust smart contract is implemented. So as CryptoRado said, it's something a little good.
Sorry. So anybody that is an early supporter and participates right now will be rewarded with a Genesis Disciple NFT, which could or could not come in handy later. Can't say too much.
Okay. Good to know. A little bit more alpha there, but maybe something that starts as a pet project, comes out to being something even bigger or integrated with something bigger. So very cool.
Any of the funds raised goes right back into charity and back to the Bark Tank. So don't feel bad about using the service.
That's perfect. Yeah, thanks for putting that together, Caparado. It looks really fun. So now I'm just looking for an NFT to sacrifice, and because I definitely want to get that Genesis NFT if I can.
Or you can buy a virgin to sacrifice.
Crypto, I do have to ask, you should write into the Solidity contract some exception for Doge General's NFTs. Maybe it like rejects them or something like that. So we can discuss later. I'm obviously kidding, but
Yeah, DM me. We can talk about it.
I'm teasing. I'm completely kidding. All right, is that it?
Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's it. So it looks like the meeting is adjourned. So thanks everyone for coming. And thanks for coming a little bit earlier than normal. So, but we're super excited for the next week and what next week's call has in store for us. Yeah, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And we'll see you in the metaverse. Woof woof.
It is the year of the tiger dog.
Yep.
Much love,
Later.
everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Woof woof.
Take care, guys. Wow's in the chats.
Wow.